That was close. I almost had to restart the first set because I failed at recording. But I didn't. So that's good. Wow. Action looks silly. I mean, I probably shouldn't make fun of nerdy programmers. But he looks silly. And that's all there is to it. 3 hatcheries. So standard. 3 hatchery lair coming up for action. And Violet's sitting here in his nice 2 bases. Teching up. Getting 2 gases. So he's probably going to go for Bisu build. Tech the Templar. Could go for Sarah Reaver, but I don't think that's likely. It's not. It's sort of becoming back in vogue, especially because Movie keeps pulling it off despite his, well, un-Bisu-like APM. Bisu has much higher APM than Movie, and Sarah Reaver is not really something that theoretically you shouldn't attempt it if you don't have super good APM. But Movie seems to do okay with it, so perhaps that is a little bit incorrect. So the Stargate's nice and on time and is going to get some Overlord kills in, and we are going to see Sarah Reaver. We're going to see 2 Stargate Sarah Reaver, so Violet's not even messing around here. 2 Stargate Sarah Reaver is sort of, in some ways, I think it is a more dangerous build than regular Sarah Reaver, because regular Sarah Reaver, you're not putting a huge expenditure in Saras, and really, the way the metagame sort of is now, metagame, that's a stupid term, the way people are playing now, you kind of have to produce lots of Saras, otherwise it's too easy for Mutalisks to abuse you, because otherwise you have to try to defend Mutalisks with Archons and the occasional Dragoon that you can't defend from Zerglings. So Saras are really good because of their splash damage for protecting against that. And we are going to see Sarah DT, not Sarah Reaver, but lots of Saras, 2-gate Saras being produced. And the reason I think 2-gate Saras is more dangerous is because you're sort of forced into doing more damage with those Saras because you're committing to them so much. You're putting down an entire extra building's worth. You know, you're not just getting 6 Saras out of 1 Stargate. You're getting probably 8 to 10 Saras out of 2 Stargates. And that's really expensive, and that's a lot. Like a ridiculous amount of money to spend on harass, and that's not your army, and that's not going to be able to shoot most of the Zerg things that are going to be trying to kill you momentarily. Unless the Zerg goes for 3 hatch Muta off to 3 bases, like it looks like Action might be doing, in which case you get owned, because 2 Stargate Sarah is just epic against 3 hatch Muta. And nope, just Scourge. That's good for Action, because Mutalisks, yeah, he's got no natural gas. He's not going for Mutalisks. What am I thinking? I think we're going to see the really mineral-heavy 4-base defensive Turtle Zerg play. This seems to be the trend on this map, and yeah, we're seeing a Force Hatch already coming up from Action. I think Action's build is actually so much better than Violet's. I don't know what Violet expects to do with Sarah DT. He's going to get a couple Overlord kills here, but like I said before, Overlords are pretty cheap, and Violet's spending a lot of money on Saras. He has to get a lot of done with this harass to make it worth it. He is forcing some defenses to be put up from Action, and Violet's got a tiny little force here, but 2 Sunkens and some Zerglings are going to do a decent job of defending that, and yeah, Action is exactly playing the Turtle Zerg, building a ton of static defense at both of these naturals, and it's going to prevent ground armies from really forcing their way in there for a while. I haven't actually seen any DTs. I imagine there have to be this is why I don't like 2 Stargate Saras. He made 2 Stargates, and he only made like 6 or 7 Saras. I don't know. He keeps losing them because he's flying them over spore colonies, which don't do all that much damage to the odd Sar. But Zerg can replenish Overlords so quickly that was that a DT sneaking in there killing the jank? Oh, there is a DT, and he was killing stuff. But since the commentators didn't select him, we don't get to know how many drones he killed. You'll have to wonder yourselves. And those Zerglings are going to own that probe and delay Violet's expansion. And I think Action just went Burrow because it's like, Lots of Sairs. Sair Reaver, you get Burrow against Sair Reaver. But really, Burrow's, I think, an underrated spell, technology, skill. I don't know what you would call it. It's an underrated thing to get because you don't have to commit to lurkers that early, and you could just be annoying like this. And in modern Protoss versus Zerg play, Protoss don't get Robos. They don't get detection forever. You look at what Violet's chosen ability. He's got all these air units. He's got Stargates. He's got Templar tech. He's got Templar all over the map, getting killed by Sunkens, and he does not have detection or an army. I think he's ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. He looks like he's trying to take the 3 o'clock and expand towards his opponent because the Zerglings are preventing him from taking the 6. But oof, the 3 o'clock is really close to his opponent. Man, look at that drone saturation. That's pretty terrible. Apparently, that DT did get some kills. Oof. Ooh, this is gonna be really bad. Oh, popping up Hydras. Ooh, the Nut sniping the Templar, and the Templar storm the Hydras, and they all die. That could have been done so much better. But it's still not gonna matter that much. He's still got sunken colonies in here. Well, okay, only a sunken colony. I decided you need 2 spore colonies instead. So this actually could do some damage to poor little Action's natural. That sunken colony at the bottom is it's only being it's a really good SimCity position. And yeah, this is gonna be defended. And that's not what you want. Protoss versus Zerg, throwing your army away at that, not what you want. You can't macro an army nearly as fast as the Zerg can. Ooh, man, those some sweet drones up there taking out Zealots like it's their job, which is not your job, drones. So now Violet's managed to lose his map control, lose his big army, and is attempting to hold an expansion right near. It's almost kind of a hidden expansion. You think a hidden expansion should be like in a corner some way. That's really hard to get to, but instead it's right on top of his opponent. But it's still kind of hidden because his opponent's definitely expecting him to be expanding down at the bottom at the 6 o'clock, and he's not there clearly. And nice upgraded Zealots taking out the Zerglings in 2 hits. This DG drop is good. All that static defense down here. That doesn't defend the upper left main at all. Oh, bye-bye drones. that creep colony just not in time, and all the drones go down. And really, you notice Violet's thinking ahead here. He's got a Sairs in position. This little Overlord isn't going to be able to get up there in time to save his hatchery. I think Action's going to lose his 4th hatch. And now Storm drop. Ooh, good dodge though. And that's kind of unfortunate because of the storm drop. He wasn't paying attention and lost both of those DTs. Or well, Action must have produced another Overlord. Man, Storm's only getting a couple drones. He must have the Storm energy. Or the Templar energy, Templar energy upgrade. That was a lot of storms out of those 2 Templar in that shuttle, but they really get that much done. I'm